Hey, good to see you. I've been using the King 95 for a few weeks now, and I've got to say, it changed how I feel sitting at my desk. This rig doesn't just run your games and creative apps, it responds, jumps into gear, makes your old setup feel slow just by comparison. If you're someone who demands serious performance, who's not interested in slowing down, in lag, in okayish settings, then this is your kind of machine. You know when the hardware holds you back instead of lifting you up. That's why this upgrade matters. Before you go any further, check the current price and availability. At this tier, delays cost you more than money, they cost momentum. Remember the last session when your old PC took forever to load your game or edit sequence, or when you watched those loading bars knowing you should have been creating instead of waiting? That's the moment you realized you were settling. And you knew, the next step has got to be more. And when you swapped in the King 95, that frustration vanished. The Ryzen 7 7700X hits with authority, creates that feeling where you don't worry about what's under the hood anymore. The 32GB DDR5 RAM gives you room to breathe. The 2TB Gen4 NVMe SSD just makes everything launch and load instantly. Even the RTX 5070 Ti 16GB slams visual performance like you're seeing things you were missing before. You'll feel it in real terms, launching a massive project, streaming, gaming on high settings, no lag. Doing creative work while multiple apps sit open, jumping into an intense gaming session and the performance just stays locked, not cruising, but steady, clean, fast. Plug in that 8K display and it's not a gimmick, it's simply handled. And suddenly you realize you never want to go back to good enough. If you haven't yet, hit that link now before stock changes or price creeps up. And yes, I felt the hesitation too. A big tower rig. Will it be loud? Will it run hot? But the surprise benefit for me was just how quiet and controlled it stays even under full load. You expect chaos. Instead you get calm dominance. That's what ownership of this level feels like. You sit down and you feel part of a different class. You're not just gaming. You're creating. You're executing. You're moving at your pace because hardware finally matches your mindset. You feel different in front of this machine, not because it looks flashy, but because it behaves precisely. High-end speed that keeps up with your brain. Immediate responsiveness that keeps your flow alive. Visual impact performance that lets you push settings instead of dial them back. Confidence that you're not buying just enough, you're buying something built for the next chapter. If I had to mention downsides, you'll want to manage ventilation if you tuck it into a tight space, and once you get used to 32GB RAM, anything less starts feeling cramped fast. But you've already stopped the endless comparison loop. You stop scanning specs and multitasking tabs. You already know what you want, and this is that one. So check the live price, confirm it's available, and make the move. This is one of those upgrades that pays you back every single day.